Thank you, Kostas. And I'm going to introduce the last presenter. It's Adam Geller, CEO of Edthena. And Adam is going to share ways that Edthena has partnered with the St. Vrain Valley School District in Colorado using video coaching to accelerate teacher professional development and collaboration. And today co-presenting with Adam is Diane Lauer. She's the Executive Director of Professional Development and Assessment at St. Vrain Valley School District. So Adam and Diane, take it away.
Thanks so much, Missy, for that introduction. I just want to confirm that folks are able to hear me. Yeah, it looks like I'm unmuted. Great. Well, before we jump in, Diane's definitely the star of the show today, in my view. Wanted to make concrete some of the work that we are doing at Edthena by showing a little bit about the platform. And so what I've got here are just some screenshots that you can actually see a version of this if you were to go to our website. And essentially, this is the commenting part of the Edthena platform. So with Edthena, you can upload videos of your classroom instruction as a teacher and share to somebody on the other end who can provide feedback at specific moments in time. So imagine that this video is playing and the playhead here on the timeline is tracking across the video. And if I wanted to leave a comment, all I would do is reach out and click the plus sign. The video would automatically pause and I would be presented with one of these four comment types: question, suggestion, strength, or note. So I could pick suggestion. I could leave my comment right here at the specific moment in time in the video. Below the comment, you see where it says teaching as leadership. That's where you can bring in your custom framework from your district or organization and use that as part of the coaching and collaborative conversation. So with just a few clicks, I can link up this comment to the specific row, so check for understanding. And when I click submit, everything instantly updates. So a marker now appears on the timeline and a comment down below in the commenting stream. So this at a high level is what Edthena does. Of course, we do so much more. If you'd like to try a demo, head over to our website, www.edthena.com. There's a blue try a demo button. And other than that, next up we've got Diane Lauer from St. Vrain Valley Schools. And really excited to have her share more about their work today. But before I let her begin, I want to make sure to mention one thing that I don't know if she's planning on saying, and that is that St. Vrain was actually picked as one of the 9 featured future-ready school districts in the United States by the United States Department of Education. And their video coaching process, obviously a part of why I think they were picked. So really excited to have her share with you some of their successes.
Great. Well, just checking to make sure that the audio is clear and I can be heard. Fantastic. Well, what a pleasure, and so many amazing things happening. We're going to kind of turn the tables towards adult learning. And it was 2 years ago when I first met Adam. And when I saw Edthena, I was just immediately taken. I knew that this was the platform. I knew that this had been the solution that I had been looking for quite a long time. You can see by the map, St. Vrain Valley Schools is located just north of Denver. It's a huge area. One of our challenges in providing really rich time for collaboration and coaching is distance, and being able to be efficient with our time is a great challenge. And so by having Edthena, we were really able to take off in a way so that teachers could observe each other teach. And quite frankly, it's not just about driving an hour away to go see a friend. It's challenging for teachers to even observe the second grade teacher teaching right next door to her. So this was one of the challenges we faced previous to using Edthena. The other challenge that was really in front of us was, how are we using evidence-based practices for professional development? We believe very strongly in job-embedded professional development. We don't host a lot of workshops. We don't pull teachers out of their classroom, give them subs so they can go to workshops. We really believe in providing in-classroom support. And so being able to do that, we knew we had to use video, but we were burning DVDs. It was just such a cumbersome process. So that was one of our challenges as well. And then really talking about being a future-ready district, yes, we have incredible learning spaces for our students. We're a one-to-one district. However, we also need to focus on 21st century professional development for our adults. And you don't need a one-to-one classroom for that. With the innovative technology, anyone can put Edthena on their cell phone and snap video pictures and collaborate with teachers all the way across the district. So those were really our challenges. And so when we saw Edthena and the connection to video, we really knew that this was the disruptive innovation that we wanted to scale across our district. This was a long-term solution for us. We knew that this is the future. We know this. And we wanted to do it well. So we started with our practice, and we in St. Vrain, we like to think big, but start small. So we really said, what would be the best group to get some traction? And every year we hire about 200 new teachers annually, about 50 of which are brand spanking new. They've never taught before. So we said, this would be a great target group to work with. And it was. You can see that picture on the right. That is our first time with our teachers learning. The second week of school, we said, go in your classroom, make a video, and upload it, share it with your peers, and we all learned together. We taught them how to use Edthena. They loved it. And in the years past, a first-year teacher, they can learn from master teachers, they can learn from everyone else, but they're all spread out. We've never really been able to get them to learn from one another. So they just love this platform, and we're able to collaborate right from the beginning of the year. Our scaling work is not only do we want to continue to use this with our new hires, but we also want to use this in schools. So this year we started using it in schools for peer collaboration, lesson study, and it has really taken off. We plan by next year to have Edthena being used in 6 of our schools, and we're going to be rolling out a new English language arts curriculum for elementary grades. We've got about 600 teachers, and we're looking to identify about 100 teachers who are interested in using this platform to collaborate to really advance the implementation of this new curriculum. So, all I can say is that, our first vision, our expectations have been exceeded with what we have seen through the use of Edthena and video coaching. When I think about one of my favorite stories, it's Stephen, who's a 7th grade math teacher in one of our middle schools. He was new last year, and he used video coaching to be able to really focus an inquiry question that he had. He had a class coming in after lunch, a bunch of unruly kids, and he needed to get them on task. He really needed to decrease that transition time. So his coach worked with them. They were trying all kinds of stuff. And then all of a sudden they stumbled upon this idea. Why don't we videotape our kids? Why don't we go out in the hallway, videotape them while they're lining up, watch them come into the classroom, see how long it actually takes them to sit down and engage in math discourse. And I don't want to tell you how long it was taking, but their initial goal was 2 minutes. And using the timestamp feature on Edthena and really being able to look and see what the kids were doing, they were able to pinpoint certain instructional moves that they needed to make and certain routines they put in place. And in about 3 weeks' time, Stephen was able to reduce that to less than 60 seconds, getting kids to line up after lunch, come on in, and engage in rich math discourse in 60 seconds. So that was fantastic. We've been thrilled with all of our work with this, and the unexpected dramatic results have really been empowering us to do some amazing learning with our teachers and use all the research that we know that's out there for how video can really create abstract theory and really identify concretely those areas where we need to improve. So very, very excited about that. And I see that time's up, so just wanted to end it there.
Thanks, Diane. That was great.
You bet.
If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Here's our contact info, or type in your questions in the Q&A box.